you know, so like my camera looks a little bit different. I just kind of moved it, mostly because like I don't know. You see all these like videos, people like with those weird angles, and I'm like, front facing doesn't really seem that normal, right? So right now, my monitor facing this way, camera right there. So what's up? It's your boy O2. O2. Some people say 02. I'm still not saying that. And today is August 23rd. I turned 18 today. Well, it's not when I'm recording this. It's like the 19th, right? This is gonna go out on the 23rd. And yeah. So I've been bored, right? And I'm like, how have I survived 18 years? Well, damn. This has been kind of rough. So, let's really talk about, everything that happened. Not really everything that happened, but mostly just like my life before I turned 18. So, yeah, I got a little bump there. Don't worry about that. Just don't look at it. It'll be good. In the background of this, I have some Among Us. And yeah. So this video is basically going to be me talking about like social anxiety and insecurities, because it's me. I've literally been bullied from kindergarten all the way to grade 10. So like, yeah. So that was pretty fun. For why? Well, why? I don't know. People are just assholes. So like, see, I've always been skinny, so it's like it wasn't about my weight. It wasn't about my height. I was always like average height, so it's like wasn't really anything like that I had to worry about. Anyways, but I was bullied a lot. I was called a lot of names. I was made fun of. I was always the one that was getting picked on, right? And that really like fucked with like my confidence, right? And I felt lonely a lot because like the only people I really had was like a couple of friends, right? That like didn't make fun of me. Anyways, so there was that. And that really like kind of spiraled to the point where like I didn't like, doing like presentations in front of people, right? So I wouldn't even like really talk to like new people. I would kind of always stay to myself, stay to like the group of people that I was friends with. And so like all the way up until I guess grade 11, I had the same group of friends. And then my throat's a bitch right now. Anyway, so yeah, so up until grade 11, I had like the same group of friends. But anyways, so yeah, so that really just like fucked my confidence a lot. In grade 9, I was sitting on the bus one day, and this girl was sitting behind me with blonde hair. She, called my name. So, I looked back. She asked me a question. I think I answered it. And then as I was turning back around, she called me a pedophile for just sitting there. And it didn't happen once, it happened a bunch of times. To the point where I think it was one day, I was just walking like to class, right? And some random person called me a pedophile. And then it just started randomly happening, right? So then I kind of have like these little, I wouldn't say like panic attacks, but like at times I would just start freaking out, thinking that, do people think of me as a pedophile? Because I was called it all the time. And then, so that like really fucked with like my confidence. And like, just everything with that. So that was like really screwed up. But anyways, so then I would go into grade 10. It would stop because like she wasn't there, the girl that started it. So I was like, okay, you know what? All is good. All is good. And then like my friend group in grade 12, well in grade 10, was very racist, xenophobic, basically very bad people, right? So like I was around that for like all of grade 10, and I'm not gonna lie, I'd say I was a part of that. I did that stuff, so it's like I'm not sitting here trying to say like, oh, I was just there, I wasn't doing it. I was doing it. But in March, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get out of that. And at the beginning of grade 10, I met this guy, and he was in my history class in grade 10, and he was also friends with another one of my friends from all the way in kindergarten, right? So I was like, I'm gonna get out of this group and go hang out with that group. And I hung out with that group all the way till the end of the school year, right? But I had this art class. I had art class in grade 10. And they were doing kind of like this art gallery. So like the teacher couldn't have us in the classroom, so we'd be out in like along the balcony just like doing our work. And one of my friends, a good friend of mine, I want you to keep what I just said in mind. I'm sitting there, I'm doing my work, there's two other people there, and I'm pretty sure they saw it. And he just kind of grabbed my dick. And I told him to stop. Then the teacher found out about it because he was doing it to other people. And then the teacher told him to stop. And I'm like, okay, you know what? He's going to stop. Then, I graduate grade 10. Well, I guess I graduate grade 10. Go into grade 11. First semester, I have a free period. And, we're all like doing our thing. I found out that he also had a free period at the same time as us. So he starts hanging around us. So then my then friend Harrison was, doing his thing. I think he was playing Mario Kart on his DS. So I get up to see what he's doing. I'm sitting there. I look over. It's like he's sitting here, right? He's standing here. I look over, kind of like bent over, and this guy comes behind. The guy comes behind me, and sticks his fingers into my ass. Now, there's that joke around where like you do that. But when you're told to stop by me, by a teacher, by other people, and you don't, that goes from a joke to sexual assault. And there were people around when it happened, and nobody said anything. I told him to stop. I said if he touched me again, I would cut off his fingers. I'm still keeping true to that. I haven't talked to him since then. But I am keeping true to that. And yeah. So that really got, because remember, that was someone I trusted, right? So then, throughout the rest of grade 10, in all of grade, 12, besides one person, and I'm really going to get into that for when grade 12, I didn't want anyone to touch me. I still don't. I don't like being touched. Why? Because someone I trusted did that. So yeah. So those of you that didn't know, that's why I don't like being touched. But yeah. Next would be grade 12. And in grade 12 I really stopped caring. Because I realized that if I am gonna be quiet and antisocial, then what am I really gonna get in life, right? So I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna be like that basement dweller loser, right? Like that. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. You can't even. Oh, I guess you probably can. Oh, actually, you can't. Anyways, yeah. So I realized that nobody else's opinion matters on me, except no one else's opinion matters except for your own. I told this to my friend Emerald, or then friend Emerald, because I don't know, she unadded me on everything, but we're not going to get into that. Yeah, so I told that to her. She was asking how I'm I guess confident, don't really care what other people think, and I was just telling her about how nobody else's opinion of yourself matters besides your own. And the way I did that was I asked her what her first opinion on me was when she first met me, and I'm pretty sure she said annoying. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good way to say it, because I'm pretty annoying. And I didn't care. I just told her, okay, cool. That's your opinion. It doesn't bother me. You just have to get over the fact that people are going to have these bad opinions on you, and they don't matter unless you let them. So that's what it is. So I basically just stopped caring what everybody thought. Now I just look weird. Yeah, so I just stopped caring what everybody thought. I became my own person. There's videos of me doing stupid stuff. That mostly led, all this like stop caring what people thought mostly led to me making these YouTube videos. Because like, you know, what if I'm not here? I haven't done anything in my life, and nobody is gonna remember me when I'm gone. So I make these YouTube videos, and people can remember me by watching these YouTube videos. It's smart. So yeah, so basically, you know, you just have to stop caring. Stop caring what everybody thinks, because it's really stupid, okay? Just care about what you think. And if you want, care about what your friends think. I don't care what my friends think of me, because that's really stupid. To the contrary of, I can actually pull up a message right now of, you know, something went down, right? Something went down, right? And everything kind of went sideways, right? And I received a message, and in the message it says, I forgot you're too much of a fucking dumbass to do that. And I really don't think you realize that you hurt people with the stupid shit you do and say. And for what? Some approval from your peers. I don't want approval of my peers. I never have. Well, I did, you know, a lot until like grade 9. Because then at that point I really only cared what my friends thought. And then when I realized my friends were bad people, I was like, let's get out of here. And I stopped caring what everybody thought. So like, you just really have to stop caring. Now that I think about the only that's kind of selfish. The reason I made this video is really fucking selfish. Anyways, so yeah. Just stop caring. You're the only one that matters. Nobody else really matters in your life. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. You know, people ask me what kind of clothes I like to wear. And that's really stupid. Because if you don't know, I always have.
Nike on my body, yes, Nike on my toes. If you cannot find me, then I'm probably with your hoe. Weed in the blunt, got my life moving slow.